The International Conference IBCI on Borobudur Massive Buddhist Monument with the theme Borobudur is a heritage, pilgrimage, and tourism site for Buddhists around the world was held during November 18th to 20th, 2022 at the Magelang Complex, Central Java, Indonesia, with the participation of speakers and delegates from 10 countries.
Mr. Wibowo Prasetyo, representative of the Ministry of Religion and Communication, appreciated the organization of the conference so that the Borobudur Temple, as a site of encountering the sacred, pilgrimage and tourism for the Buddhist world. Most Venerable D.T. Sampano, head of the organizing committee, says that Borobudur is the largest Buddhist heritage in the world in Central Java, Indonesia. The sanctity of the Borobudur Buddhist site has been a site of spiritual pilgrimage for centuries and is recognized by UNESCO as a World Cultural Heritage Site. This is an exquisite Buddhist wonder, the pride of the people in Central Java. Borobudur Temple was built in the 8th century during the reign of King Smaratunga. The king had it built with the river sand, Java volcanic rock, and concrete from the nearby forest to pay homage to the Buddha and as a place of Buddhist practice. With the approval of the government of Indonesia, after the opening ceremony, the organizing committee led the international delegates to visit the Borobudur Temple on the afternoon of November 18, 2022. This is an honor for the international delegate because the relic has been closed for 3 years and does not receive visitors due to restoration and repair. The delegation offered incense, recited and prayed for the Buddha's blessing, and each delegate received a flower branch to visit and admire the temple. Moving through the front massive area of the monuments, the delegation in turn ascended the stone steps along the narrow path to the top of the monuments. The delegation offered incense to pray for the world peace and peaceful living beings, circumambulated 3 times around the top of the monument, and meditated for 5 minutes. While meditating, it rained and everyone had an interesting experience before the miraculous sacredness when the rain stopped and the sun rose after 5 minutes of meditation. The international delegates were able to sightseeing the spires around the top of the monument and elaborate reliefs about the daily life of the people at the time, as well as about the life of the Buddha. From a distance, a Borobudur Buddhist monument resembles a hill or a pyramid with many Buddha statues and stupas on a square surface of 2,500 square meters. Borobudur in Indonesian language means Buddha stupa on a high hill. Borobudur Temple was built 10 floors with more than 2 million blocks of lava rock, 2,700 stories were carved, and more than 500 Buddha statues. This place is a famous spiritual tourist destination, visited and congregated for practice by global Buddhists. During this conference, the speakers presented many topics around the following topics: Borobudur and religion, architecture and heritage, Buddhist ethics and teachings, Borobudur from a cultural perspective, explore Buddhist tourism content, meditation, place of pilgrimage, spiritual tourism, management and conservation of Borobudur Temple. After 3 days of various programs, the conference officially reached consensus and announced the Borobudur Buddhist Temple as a heritage, pilgrimage and tourism site for Buddhists around the world. At the closing ceremony on the afternoon of November 19, 2022, the signing of Memorandum of Understanding MOU between the Institute of Buddhist Psychology IBP Myanmar and the Asosiasi Perguruan Tinggi Agama Buddha Indonesia and Smaratunga College of Buddhist Studies Boyolali, Jawa Tengah, Indonesia. Representing IBP are Venerable Professor Dr. No Kamla, Chairman Founder of IBP, Professor Dr. Lee Ket Yong, Deputy Director of Foreign Affairs, IBP, and signing on behalf of UPTABI is Venerable Dr. D.T. Sampano, chairman of Abtabi, and Venerable Dr. Capri, principal of Smaratunga Buddhist College. In particular, the program of the workshop and visit to the monument also includes a ceremony to offer Kathina robes at the site in front of the monument. This is a good start when the international delegates of the Buddhist conference met the monks from China to attend the Kathina robe offering ceremony right in front of the monument. Previously, in February 2022, the Indonesian government also decided that the Borobudur Buddhist relic was a place of worship for world Buddhists, and now, after signing ceremony to announce the Borobudur Buddhist relic as a heritage site, the incense and tourism, this event is a good start for Indonesian Buddhism and other countries in the region.